Hello and welcome back to the channel! I'm here with another knitting video and today it's gonna be Stardew Valley winter clothes. I'm so excited to show this to you. I know this is a winter themed video coming out in late spring, but don't mind that. I hope you enjoy! Let's go! And that means it is time to start our first two projects, which are Emily's and Elliot's scarves. I actually worked on both of them at the same time, but there were some differences in pattern and color. For Emily's scarf, I knit everything in moss stitch. I used a brighter and more fun color that I think suits her personality perfectly. For Elliot's, I used a darker and more muted color and a more elaborate pattern called the Indian pillar stitch, since I think that this, on the other hand, suits his style and character better. And then I just kept working in set patterns for the rest of the project. It's really as simple as that. The reason why I chose stitch patterns in the first place instead of working in basic stockinette stitch was so that the edges wouldn't curl in like they would with stockinette. They are also reversible, plus they are nice to look at, so that's another bonus. If you're very observant, you might have noticed the switch up in knitting style in these clips. That's because I taught myself to knit continentally instead of English style, which I usually use. I thought this was a necessary step to level up my knitting, but ultimately it just ended up hurting my thumbs, and I realized that efficiency shouldn't always be the end goal. So I did end up going back to my usual style, and frankly, I'm much happier like this. But I digress. As you can see, I was making pretty good progress with these pieces, and before I knew it, they were almost done. Weaving in the ends was a relatively quick task, which means that the scarves were officially finished. But if you looked at the sprites, you will know that there is still one thing missing: Emily's beanie. I made this one in the round, first with circular, then with double pointed needles. And actually, I have something to confess to you. I had to make this one twice because the first one turned out way too small. I legit looked like the "how do you do fellow kids" meme. So I gave the first one away and made a second bigger one. When that was done, I only had to block all the pieces and they were finally finished. I just washed my sink and you know what this means. Blocking time. Okay. Let's see if we have enough space. And here they are! Look at the scarves! They are so nice and long, but I will show you one after another. And first, I think I'm gonna show you the Emily one. Let me just put this on for you. This scarf is really nice. I like it a lot. I mean, look at this beautiful pattern and color. It looks stunning, doesn't it? I think it's definitely not perfect. There's a lot of things I could have done better. For example, it has very visible places where I felted the yarn together that you can kind of see a lot. And it's not the exact same width because I combined two knitting styles for this one project. But other than that, this is pretty rad. I like this a lot, and again, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So for that reason, I'm gonna give this piece 8 out of 10 star drops. Now on to the Elliot scarf. I like this even more, I think. Look at this beautiful pattern. Isn't it so beautiful? It is different on the back, but it still looks beautiful, I think. But the front is like very special. And the color is so nice as well. This is also very soft, just like the other one. And yeah, I like this a lot as well. I guess I'll give this one 9 out of 10 star drops. Yeah! And lastly, we have the Emily beanie. I don't know if this fits me very well, I'm gonna be honest. But it fits the scarf, that is for sure. And I think they look very nice in combination. I just kind of look like a strawberry wearing it, don't I? I'm not sure about this, but it's still cute, isn't it? I'm gonna give this one also 8 out of 10 star drops, yeah! Let's continue with Evelyn. Since the update, she has this beige shawl tied around her head. Personally, I imagine hers to be hand knitted by her, so this fits perfectly. I started with casting on a bunch of stitches and then just worked in garter stitch for the entire project. I did make one mistake when buying the yarn, which is why the last part of the shawl is thicker than the rest, but at that point I had already used the yarn, so I just let it be. There is not more to say about this, other than this one is definitely the most beginner friendly of all projects. So I just kept knitting and knitting until I was done. The only tasks missing were weaving in the ends and subsequently blocking the piece. Time to block this piece. Let's go. And here we have the Evelyn shawl thingy. Wait, let me open this up. As you can see, this is not all the same thickness. It is thinner at the bottom, but I don't mind that too much. Let's put it on. And I look like an old lady, what can I say? I will probably not be wearing this just because I don't know how or when or why. But it's still cute enough and it is very soft, I have to say this. I will probably give it away to use as a baby blanket, but yeah, I don't think I'll be using this for myself. And for that reason I rate this piece 8 out of 10 star drops. Yeah! Now let's move on to Hayley's sweater. From looking at the sprite, this one seems to be a raglan sweater, so that's how I made it. That means it was knitted top down in one piece and with no sewing required. First, I cast on the stitches for the collar, and after making the turtleneck, it was time for the raglan increases. From there on, I went to shape the shoulder area until I could section off the arms. Fun fact, this was actually my first ever raglan sweater, and I made this even before the Asriel one, which also used the same technique. While this is a fairly easy project, it does require a certain amount of commitment, so I wouldn't recommend it as a first project. I will still leave the free tutorial I used in the description though. As you can see, this was going pretty well. Once the body was done, the arms were the next task. Funnily enough, I ran out of yarn at the very end and only finished the sweater like half a year later, but better late than never, am I right? And with that, the piece was finally complete. It is time to block the Hayley sweater. Let's go. It's ready. There it is! Yeah! Okay, let's lay this bad boy out. And there it is, the finished Hayley sweater. Just look at it. This is, I don't know, I think this fits so well. It is so soft and comfy. And I don't know, I love it. I love it a lot. I'm gonna give you a little twirl. Yeah. Wait, let me show you in detail. This one, it's so soft, it's so comfy. I've already gotten some good wear out of it before it got too warm. And I like this a lot. And for that reason, I'm gonna rate this sweater 10 out of 10 star drops. Yeah! But I still have 2 bonus pieces for you. And the first one is Shane's Jojo Mart beanie. This, I'm gonna be honest, I don't love how it turned out. I may or may not have lost this as well, that's why you're getting a voiceover. I have no idea where I put it, but yeah, it's not my favorite, but it's still cute enough, I guess. And I still wanted to show you. Let's move on to the second bonus piece. It's the Dwarf's Balaclava. Look at it, it has the little ears, it has the hood and everything. This is so comfy, so soft and warm. So I'm definitely gonna get a good wear out of this once winter comes around. And I'm so excited to actually be wearing this. I had to figure things out with the ears. I kind of improvised with that, but I think they turned out pretty well. And they kind of look like bear ears, but I do not mind that at all. I think this is super adorable and I like it a lot. And that's all. Well, let's go on to the outro, shall we? And that brings us to the end of this video. If you're still here, then thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it so much. I really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe could take some inspiration or even just a little bit of entertainment from it. Because that's all I want. I worked on these pieces for a really long time, so I would greatly appreciate if you were to let me know what you think of it. Just telling me your opinion on it. That means so much to me, but no pressure, of course. But that's all I have to say. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!